In West Texas, outside Fort Davis, this is what you'll see. Acres of ranch land covered in this thick black ash, a devastating blow for people who depend on this land for a living.
We've seen a lot of grass fires in our lifetime, in my lifetime, but I've never seen anything as devastating as what's happened in Fort Davis.
For ADELE Coffee, West Texas is more than just home.
My husband called me from the ranch and they were on their way in because the fire was coming this way.
It's where her family makes their living. She has 6 generations of ranching behind her. So when wildfires threatened her home, she chose to stay.
They were evacuating everybody, telling everybody to get out, and my husband just said, grab a water hose. So we did. We grabbed the water hose. I grabbed this one right here.
As wildfires pushed through the Davis Mountains, ranchers rushed to get their livestock out. But not all of them could be found. We saw this bull wandering, looking for food in the flames.
Around 150 head of cattle burned up in the fire, and we know of now 9 horses.
County Extension Agent Logan Boswell says help is pouring in, but with some ranches completely destroyed, he says it will take time to recover.
It's just devastating. It's I've never seen it like this. I've seen a lot of fires over the years and where they had them, and you know, it always looks bad, but it's not to this extent.
This is the line that we stopped it right here, and then it pushed it back up there and it went on over the hill.
Coffee fought the fire away from her house, but she says seeing so much of her land destroyed is heartbreaking.
The devastation of the country and seeing the cows burned on the side of the road and the fence is gone, it's just something that's truly devastating, and it will take years to be over.
Since so much of this land has been destroyed, surrounding counties and states have donated this hay to give the cattle something to eat. Ranchers say it could be late summer before they get the rain they really need to recover. Reporting just outside Fort Davis, Grace White, Fox News at 9. All this damage was done here inside the house. We're here in the living room where you can see paint and trash thrown everywhere. All damage, this landlord says, was caused by an upset tenant.
Well, there's not a door here.
For ELSA SIXTOS,
There is a door, but it doesn't have a window, so I had to board up the house this way.
she never thought renting out her home could get this bad.
Then they just threw paint all over the place. This is a chimney, and it's all full of paint.
Inside her home,
But it's heartbreaking.
graffiti on the walls, trash in the bathtub, and pieces of sheetrock punched out.
And then it gets worse as we keep going.
In the kitchen, cabinets destroyed and her refrigerator and stove stolen. SIXTOS thought she screened her renters well.
I called some of the references that but now I'm thinking it's probably family members or somebody that he had called and say that they were previous renters.
Here upstairs is where the worst damage is at. The homeowner says this used to be her child's bedroom. Now it's completely destroyed. You can even see the other bedroom here where they busted out this wall.
He said he lost his job.
SIXTO says she tried working out a payment plan with the renter, but when money stopped coming in, she told him he had to go.
I gave him a notice stating that he had 3 days to vacate, and I had given him a timeline of Sunday. And so he said that was fine, he was going to leave.
SIXTO says she called police and then someone from the department left this message on her cell phone.
Hi, this is Liz with the San Antonio Police Department. I'm looking for an ELSA. ELSA just wanted to let you know that I have officers who are on site at Echo Port. They want to let you know that the individuals are not trashing the house. They're just moving out. They have till tonight to move out. But he verified that they are not trashing the apartment or the rental house.
Police say the vandalism was done after they left. SIXTO says she called authorities because she needed help, but she got this.
If I were to have done this, I'm sure I would have been held accountable somewhere. So why aren't these people held accountable?
This landlord says she never filed a formal eviction notice in court because the tenant agreed to leave. Despite that, police say they are investigating to see if any charges will be filed for all of this damage. Reporting live on the southwest side, Grace White, Fox News at 9. Some say seeing is believing.
This is exactly what I do, just this one line.
But the workers here would tell you that's not always true.
I do the work on the left side of the pocket.
While most who use needle and thread depend on their eyes, the people who work at San Antonio's Lighthouse for the Blind depend on their hearts.
When I had this accident, for example, you know, you know, I felt like kind of like useless.
My eye condition is called nystagmus. My eyes move so fast, I have a problem focusing on getting started.
There are 60 people here working on the project. Some are completely blind and others have partial sight. For all of them, this is a chance to work when others might not give them an opportunity.
I have applied to different places, but when I mentioned that I am, because you can't tell that I'm visually impaired, but when I mentioned that I have a visual impairment, I think that makes a difference. I don't get called.
I don't see it as a disability. I see it as something something that's part of me.
SIXTO Garcia says here at the lighthouse, he's beginning to adjust.
I learned that there were a lot of people, that were like me and, in the same situation, blind, and I learned here that I could do a lot of things.
An Advanced Army Combat Shirt is a giant project for the Lighthouse.
10,000 Army Combat shirts are made every month. But CEO Mike Gillum says there's a bigger reward you can't measure by a number.
You see their confidence and their competence both at the same time coincidentally grow from nearly nothing to being convinced they can do not only that, but just about anything else there is out there.
It motivates us and it shows us that we could be useful, we could do things.
Things other people are seeing.
I have a nephew in Afghanistan right now.
Andrea Morales is part of a military family.
And they've bought the shirts and they share with their friends what their aunt did or what their grandma's done, the pocket.
Of course, there are sometimes errors along the way.
I may have 12, I may have 20. Repairs or rejects a day, but out of 1,000, not bad.
But at the end of the day, even though they can't see like we do,
it does mean a lot to us.
Maybe they see more than us.
It's been a blessing, really.
Grace White, Fox News at 9.